Hi, I'm Carina Bruwer and I'm very excited to announce my next Swim for Hope. This year I'll be heading to Spain, where on the 13th of June I'll attempt a 21-kilometer swim from Alicante mainland to Tabarca Island. And this Swim for Hope will be in support of Muzukidz. I will be taking my flute along, so the day after the swim on the 14th of June I'll present a little jazzy pop rock flute concert, and I'm really hoping to see as many Alicante locals there as possible. The ocean is my happy place. I'm a long-distance swimming addict. I can never get enough of it. I have to swim every day to just clear my head. And going into the open water is just next level. It's almost like when I step into the ocean, whether the conditions are rough or wild or calm or still, I just feel this instant sense of calm, this sense of belonging. Out in the open water, usually once I've done about 10 to 15 kilometers, I think when that endorphin kicks in, more often than not, I reach a very special state. It's a state of almost just clarity. And in this state, I don't know, the world makes sense to me, and I have this great experience and feeling of hope and optimism. I realize I'm very lucky to be able to access this state of almost nirvana, where many people in the world, and in fact most people in South Africa, are really just limited by their circumstances, and they just don't have this luxury. And that's why I really want to share this hope somehow. It's not easy, it's such a intangible thing, but that's what Swim for Hope is about, really. It's just about sharing that hope and that optimism that I feel when I swim in the open water. Muzukidz is the perfect beneficiary. I believe very strongly in growing South Africa and empowering South Africans through education. Where else would you start, really? Being more of a performer myself than a teacher, I was very happy to discover Muzukidz because they really just encompass everything that I stand for and that I would like to give as a musician. Muzukidz was founded by a Suzuki teacher and also an amazing violinist herself, Carina Bruwer. It's an NPO that offers children from various townships around Cape Town the opportunity to learn the violin. They use the Suzuki method, and so children from as young as the age of 3 are taught in groups as well as individual lessons. The kids get to perform in little concerts and in bigger events. They even got to star in Sterling Iki's latest music video. We made a video of our instrumental rendition of Weeping. And in fact, the whole concept of the music video was really inspired by the children, and we used one child and her mother as sort of our pivotal characters that we built the story around, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was certainly my favorite music video that I've ever done. And the kids were just so fantastic to work with. They're so professional. They are little superstars already.
We are very, very excited at Muzukidz because really thanks to people like Carina, who's been fundraising for us with all her swims since last year, and some beautiful other people that were touched by these incredible violin players. We could add many more little players in the beginning of 2019, because we could add a second permanent teacher, which is standing right next to me, Francisco Cañada, short name Paco, and who came all the way from Madrid and left his family, his students, his friends and everything to come and teach these beautiful kids with us.
Okay. For a teacher, I find it like a paradise. You can work with these children. They have all the potential, like every children, but I think they are very special.
These children represent a beam of hope for their families. It's not just the violin, it's the fact that someone believes in them, and it's the fact that they have opportunity. What if this generation is the one that breaks the chain of poverty? What if this is the generation that really helps turn things around for those families? That's what Muzukidz does. Muzukidz creates that dream. I've done my fair share of big channel crossings. I've done the English Channel, Gibraltar Straits, False Bay, Bonifacio, quite a few more. Alicante to Tabarca isn't geographically the most significant swim if, it's not a channel crossing from one country to the other, but it's in a place that's very close to my heart. I really enjoyed Spain when I was there last, when I went to swim the Straits of Gibraltar, which is 13 years ago now. I really enjoyed the people, I enjoyed the music, and it's almost like I left a piece of my soul there. And also, more importantly, Muzukidz has got very strong relationships with organizations in Spain. There are a few organizations and schools there in Valencia, which is very close to Alicante, that regularly fundraise for Muzukidz and support them through instruments and all sorts of things. So I'm looking forward to meeting the people there and hopefully building some projects in future there as well. And of course, our really significant link in relationship with Spain at the moment is Paco. He's just so fantastic with the children, and for him to bring his, European-infused knowledge and teaching method and just inspiration to our children, to the Muzukidz here in Cape Town, is just such a fantastic opportunity. So through this Swim for Hope, we're specifically fundraising to keep this Spanish teacher with us in South Africa. My preparation for this swim has been a little bit up and down, I won't lie. The year started out well. I managed to do a lot of mileage and managed to build up to some good speeds. But I've also struggled with a shoulder injury recently and went over from unilateral breathing, which I've been doing for 20 years, to bilateral breathing, which is quite an adjustment, but I'm happy to say that I'm feeling comfortable in the water. And I've struggled with a flu and 3 kids with flu and all sorts of things, so it hasn't been plain sailing, but I'm just really looking forward to getting into the water and enjoying it. I'm hoping for good conditions, but with a mate you just never know. You sort of always expect nice warm glassy water, but I'd say about 80% of my swims that I've done in the Med have had its own challenges. It might not have sharks and freezing water like at home, but it's never easy. But I simply can't wait, and swimming for hope, swimming for Muzukidz, there's a reason for me to stay in there and go all the way.
Well done! You're taking the car with the heat on!
21 Ks in my happy place. I'm not doing much really. But I would like to ask you for your help. If you're inspired by Swim for Hope and by Muzukidz, please consider donating. You can do so on giveandgain.com, search for Swim for Hope, and you can follow the swim on Facebook, search for Swim for Hope or Carina Bruwer. I'll see you on the other side.
Island!
Woohoo!